Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Investing is all about having the right mindset and being open to ideas. Someone who is not flexible about his or her investment ideology will almost never be able to take the right decisions. In this video, I'll be talking about confirmation bias, which is one of the most common biases that investors have. Firstly, let me tell you all what a bias is. A bias is a strong inclination towards an idea. Let me give you an example. Let's say Mr. X believes that junk food is healthy. His doctor advises him to stop eating junk food or else it will affect his health badly. However, Mr. X is so strongly inclined towards the idea that junk food is healthy that he refuses to follow his doctor's advice. He continues to eat junk food. In this case, Mr. X has a bias towards the idea that junk food is healthy. It sounds irrational, but yes, there are such people who believe that something is right or something is wrong, even when there is a rational explanation against it. Now that you all know what a bias is, let's start discussing our topic, confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is the tendency of people to favor information that confirms their previously existing beliefs. They try to find information that supports their thinking while ignoring anything that opposes their ideology. This sounds a bit complicated, but to simplify this, I will continue with our previous example. Mr. X believes that junk food is healthy, so he will try to find information on the internet or from others that confirms the fact that junk food is healthy. If he finds anyone who says that junk food is not healthy, or he reads an article that says that junk food is not good for health, then he will ignore it. If someone from the investment field has such behavior, then there is a very high chance that he will miss out on information that might have affected his investment decision. Confirmation bias makes our thinking completely one sided. It is like driving a car without a rear view mirror. Now, I'll try to solidify this concept by giving an investment related example. Now, our Mr. X, whom you already know, he's quite intelligent. So, he's also into investing. He has invested in a tobacco company. Now, the country in which this tobacco company operates is very strict when it comes to selling tobacco. The country has very high taxes on tobacco. So, due to these taxes, the tobacco company's profitability is suffering. Also, the government is constantly running awareness campaigns about quitting tobacco. So, a lot of youngsters have stopped consuming tobacco. Now, Mr. X has invested a big sum in this company. His investment is loss making as the shares of the tobacco company have fallen 20% since the time Mr. X invested. Mr. X at this point should accept the fact that he has made a mistake while investing. He should book his losses and exit the company. However, you all know Mr. X is quite stubborn. He refuses to accept the fact that a tobacco company will find it very difficult to survive in a country that has such strict rules, high taxes, and constant awareness campaigns about quitting tobacco. You all already know Mr. X is quite stubborn. So he starts going around asking investors their opinion about this tobacco company, and he also wants to know whether he should stay invested or not. Now, some people who themselves have biased opinions tell Mr. X that this company has a very bright future as tobacco is addictive and people will continue to consume it no matter what. They are completely ignoring the fact that youngsters have started quitting tobacco due to the awareness campaigns. However, Mr. X is quite happy to hear positive opinions about this tobacco company and he starts discussing more and more with these biased people. Mr. X enjoys the company of people who have a positive opinion about the tobacco company. On the other hand, there are some people who have researched very well about this company and they tell Mr. X that this company is bound to struggle due to the high taxes and awareness campaigns. Mr. X immediately develops a disliking towards these people and ignores their opinion. Did you notice something over here? Mr. X doesn't like anyone who has a different opinion and he refuses to listen to them. On the other hand, Mr. X loves talking to people who have the same thinking as he does. He wants people to comfort him and make him believe that his investment decision was correct and his investment will do well. This example perfectly sums up confirmation bias. The reason why I made this video is because I've experienced this behavior myself. People invest in stocks without doing much research. Then they go around asking people whether they made the right choice. The funny part is, no matter how many contrary opinions or negative opinions they find, they will continue to look for people, articles, videos that praise the company that they have invested in. They just want the comfort that their investment was correct and they don't want to accept their mistake. If you all want to check practical examples of confirmation bias, then you can try to find names of a few companies that have underperformed in the past few years. Search their names on your browser or YouTube. I'll tell you what will be the most common search results. Is XYZ Limited a good stock? Will XYZ Limited go up? Why is XYZ Limited going down? These are the kind of search results that you are going to find. That is the level of confirmation bias that is present in investors these days. I'll admit, I too did the same thing in my early days as an investor. I too had confirmation bias. My advice to you all will be, do your own research and don't depend on anyone for recommendations. Be open to ideas and learn to accept your mistakes. Avoid confirmation bias if you want to be successful in the stock markets. This was my first video on behavioral finance. If you understood the concept well, please mention it in the comment section. And if you want me to make any changes to the way I explain, please do mention it. I will try to change it. If you have any doubts, then please mention them in the comment section. I would be glad to answer. If you have any video suggestions or you want to discuss any topic with me, then you can connect with me on social media. I've put the links in the description box. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for my upcoming videos. Do share it with your friends and family who might be interested in finance. Stay tuned. Thank you.